things. Suzy, why a home birth? Was it by design or by accident?
By design, definitely. So when I first got pregnant with Sophie, my eldest, who's nearly 5, she, when I was first pregnant, I just had a real, it is you, yeah, had a real fear about birth, actually. And wasn't maternal at all, didn't want kids. So was fortunate that I got pregnant and yeah, just went on about it every day. And my husband was like, you need to sort your mind out if, you know, if you want to have you know, a good birth, the birth the way you want it. And I was just terrified of hospitals. Never really been in hospital before. So,
have you been since?
Yeah, to have my gallbladder out,
Right.
but not for birth.
Well, now you have, though.
But that's how I see it.
Yeah.
It's a medical environment, and for me to have a successful birth, which is relaxing if it can be, but to feel comfortable and to open up your mind, which opens up your body, then for me that has to be at home.
And you've done it twice successfully, as we can see with Samantha, who's excited to see herself on TV, as I am every day, Samantha, and I'm not too. Ranj, tell us, why should it be a concern to have a baby at home? It's the most natural thing in the world, and it's something that's happened to all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the guidance isn't really dramatically changed. What it's done is been slightly clarified, and it's an interim draft guidance. It's open to consultation at the moment. And what it's saying essentially is that birth is a low-risk process, relatively speaking anyway, so no one should be scared, but we try to reduce that risk as much as possible, and that choice, no matter where you choose to deliver, should be made with the best possible information and should be respected. The guidance specifically makes mention of low-risk pregnancies. If you've had a baby before, then the risk of you delivering at home, in hospital, or in a birthing unit is exactly the same. But if it's your first baby, then there's a slightly higher risk of you delivering at home, and people need to be aware of that when they're making their choice.
And it's on a case-by-case basis. Inevitably, I think about, you know, my own daughters who are very similar in age to yours, Suzy, and both times my wife ended up on the ward. So I'm glad we were in hospital in the first place. You must see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it was a consideration, the fact that I only lived 5 minutes from the hospital. That was important.
That's helped.
That does help. I wasn't, you know, an hour away. But I think you could go through life saying, what if? You wouldn't get in the car, I might end up in an accident. And for me, as Dr Ranj says, it is about choice. For me, where I felt comfortable was at home in my own surroundings. That's where I felt I could really open up. And then that meant that if my mind was open, my body could, and do what it's meant to do.